implications of the disruptions in the school infrastructure and the disruptions of the schooling are huge and devastating. The real cost of the disruption so far is beyond the financial strains in that province. School records were destroyed, mid-year examinations were disturbed, classroom, libraries, laboratories have been disrupted and destroyed. And then we call, as the ANC, we call for the communities to make sure that we become vigilant and we fight against the perpetrators of violence. Let us isolate them and expose them.
The Democratic Alliance condemns the violence and destruction of property that has occurred in these protests. We recognize that every South African has the right to legitimately protest and that this is enshrined in our Constitution. But inherent in that right is a respect for the rights of other individuals. Children have rights to education conferred on them by the same Constitution that confers the right to protest. No right is superior, and no individual, therefore, can claim to be exercising a right where such action violates the rights of others.
The violence that is happening in Vuwani now, it's mostly intra-ANC squabbles, because the mayor of Makado is from Vuwani. So when he is demarcated into the new municipality, Malamula municipality, he realizes that there's not going to be a possibility of him becoming a mayor again. Including the councillors, they realize that with the new arrangement, they are not going to be MMCs, they are not going to occupy the positions that they were occupying before to continue dispensing patronage and getting tenders illegally to enrich themselves. And then they incite the community to go and ban the schools.
I really want to make an appeal to the communities of Vuwani that however justified their concerns might be, let us not throw the baby out with the bathwater and destroy the futures of young people through the banning of schools.
Today's debate will ensure that this House and our fellow South Africans have information about the real issues on the ground and our interventions. In my view, Chair, the debate today cannot be about cheap politicking or scoring some political points because we are approaching local government elections. It is also about how we assist in unifying communities and ensuring the return to normality in the areas they reside. We are also determined that learners who are the future of our country will be back in their classrooms and teachers will be there to teach. We have heard the learner call that you ban their school, you ban their future. We dare not fail to restore normality in our schooling system.
And crony-driven governance. The demarcation process was driven by vested elite interests in the ANC as part of the factional contestation that is endemic to the ANC. It is the cancer of the ANC body politic. And that is why it has triggered a popular backlash by the community. A community that feels unconsulted and ignored. And that, in fact, is why the crisis has seen an ANC councillor further adding fuel to the fire as part of defending and promoting those elite vested interests. This crisis speaks to how the ANC has lost touch with the needs and interests of ordinary people in communities. Because you see, when your primary focus is on internal politics, factional elite interest politics, it means that you have taken your eyes off the needs and the interests of ordinary people as being your main concern. More than that, it means that you start actively working against the needs and interests of ordinary people through corruption, mismanagement, and the kind of gerrymandering we see